it is cold this morning. I'm getting an early start and just finishing up some coffee and a donut before I hit the road. Yeah, because I mean, nothing beats a good hot cup of coffee to get you going on a cold morning. But man, and it's snowing too, and I have a long drive today, and I am not looking forward to that. So let me get this fire put out so we can hit the road. Because I need to pick up Mark from the airport so we can figure out what I'm going to do next. All right, there we go. Got it put out. It's been a couple of months since our, since we last talked, and a lot has happened since then. And for the most part, a lot has gone wrong. And the good news, we did finally get a house. As you can see, we're in a house. It's kind of nice. It's a nice little cabin. Wasn't too expensive. And it was just in time for the winter because it got cold up here. And I'm not looking forward to that. But, I mean, we got some sheds and some other stuff. But apart from that, everything kind of went wrong. You probably noticed that we're almost out of money. We're down to $31,000, which is not very much considering we have $2.2 million in debt, and our monthly payments are right around $14,000. Oh man, it's cold out here. I am not looking forward to getting outside, but at least we have a beautiful sunrise. Oh my goodness. A little pre-dawn show. That is pretty spectacular. But yeah, so a couple things that have gone wrong is over the last couple months we mysteriously had an infestation of badgers, and it turns out they were infected or carriers of bovine tuberculosis, and our entire herd, well, some of our cows got affected and the entire herd had to be put down. Which was a complete loss of money that we had invested in buying those cows and any future income we would have made from them. It's just a complete write-off. That's pretty devastating. And it is dark. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see very well. One of the downsides of having an older truck is you don't have the best lights. So that was kind of the first major blow, and it's kind of mysterious to have that badger problem because we don't normally get that around here. But before we get going here, let me hop out here because I need to close the gate. Man, that sunrise is spectacular. Let's head back here and close the gate because still worried about uninvited guests. It's a thing. We have security cameras and all that, but why risk it? Man, that is just a beautiful sight right there. I don't care if it's cold out. That's just amazing. I can't wait for the sun to get up though, because it might warm up a little bit. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But anyways, that's just wow. You know, you have to, when things are going wrong, you have to enjoy the beautiful sights because you gotta look for the good things. But anyways, another thing that we had go wrong is we lost our contract for the barley. And currently I have no, let's just get here real quick too. I have no way of selling the barley once it comes time ready to harvest it. No one's gonna buy it. Part of that is, well, the company that, well, global company, they came in and they bought out the granaries, they bought out all the shipping companies and all that, and none of them will take my barley. And I suspect that the deal we had with the brewery, I think they got pressure from global company to cancel the contract. But I'm pretty sure there's some, some shady back alley deals happening there. But it's one of those things, can't really prove it. And another problem we've had is like anyone that's been trying to help out the farm, or like we're trying to do business with anyone, they get pressured and won't do business with us. So we're kind of on our own. We have no way of selling anything. Is this gate open? It is. Let me close this gate here real quick. So that's another problem. As you see over here, the kind of final problem is back there. You see the construction happen? Well, that came to a complete standstill. That was going to be our butcher and slaughterhouse for, from the cows. That was going to be the moneymaker that really helped us out. Well, unfortunately for us, Sam had to back out because he was getting pressured from the people that, his distributors that he buys everything from. They were jacking up his prices astronomically, and no one else would deal with him until he decided to pull out of it. So yeah, we're stuck with all the expenses there. But I don't blame him because it was basically, if he didn't pull out, he would have lost both his restaurants and probably the family farm. And I wouldn't want to put anybody in that position. So yeah, but yeah, so that pretty much catches you up with everything that has happened, mostly bad, over the last few months. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to head into the city, out of town for a few hours to pick up Mark from the airport. And I should be back here in a couple of hours. And by then the sun will be up and hopefully the snowing will have stopped. Well, we're almost back to the farm. Is this your first time to the UMRV, Mark?
Yes, I wanted to get here before winter hit, but things kept coming up. It is a charming area. It's a shame what is happening to the people here with global company taking everything over.
It is, and honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just literally months away from losing everything. And with what they're currently offering, or more like demanding for the mineral rights, at 10 acres, I won't have enough to cover my loans or do anything. If I could just find a buyer for my barley when I harvest it, I could probably take out a short-term loan and Well, stay afloat for a few more months at least, and maybe find a way out of this mess.
I have some thoughts on that, but we'll talk more about it once we check out this land they want and see if my theory is true.
You're being pretty secretive about that plan.
I want to confirm a few things first. Take a left here and follow this road. It should lead up to the backside of your farm and the land they want to buy.
Well, I'm definitely curious and can't wait to hear this plan. Well, I think this is the area you mentioned. So let me just pull up here and we can hop out and check it out. All right, back out here in the cold snow.
Let's head into the woods and check it out. When I was looking at the satellite images online and the surveys done previously, there should be a structure in the woods here that, if it is what I think it is, then this is what they are after.
You sure about that? I mean, it's nothing but trees and bushes and what's this? I never noticed this before. That is pretty old and worn down. What is this? All right, let me get this fire going here. All right, there we go. Hopefully that will warm it up in here. I know it's cold and I really appreciate all three of you coming out here and sticking through the cold weather, and hopefully this will get it all warmed up in here pretty fast. Now, I don't know if you've met Mark here, but this is Mark here. He's my land agent and farm manager, and he's here to talk about our plan.
The fire is definitely warming me up, and this hot chocolate is helping too.
I'm good.
I'm out in the cold all day, so this is awesome. So you said you figured out what Global is after, and that your farm manager and land agent, Mark, has a plan.
Yes, that is correct. As you all know, Global Company is pressuring me to sell my mineral rights and some of my land. With Mark's help, we uncovered what they were actually after. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of this or not, but there's an old abandoned structure on the backside of my farm hidden in the forest.
I was not, but I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
Allow me to explain. As you know, Rambo paid to have some soil samples done back in the fall, and Josiah found markers that the soil was rich in a mineral. After paying for a more detailed soil analysis, we discovered it was rich in iron, as is a lot of the land around here.
So Global Company is after my mineral rights and on all the farms around here so that they can mine the area for iron.
Correct, and a couple of things you may not know is that Global Company just recently expanded into making lithium iron phosphate batteries for hybrid cars, and has spent billions acquiring and building factories to make the batteries. The important part is that building a new mine with current regulations is currently impossible.
So, how will they mine the UMRV if they can't build a new mine?
That's where my land comes into play, and that old abandoned structure, that is the key.
How is that related to this?
That old abandoned structure used to be an iron mine from about 100 years ago. It was shut down back then and abandoned because, with the technology back then, the cost to mine the iron was dramatically more than they were making. But skip forward 100 years, and with the amount of iron in the ground around here and the modern mining technology available, this land is worth tens of billions of dollars in profits to Global Company.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Me either.
So, your land is critical to the hundreds of millions they have already invested, and without your land, they lose all that money.
Yes, and that is why they're going after the farm And anyone associated with me or the farm or who does business with me, that's why, because they have to get this land. They need this land.
Unfortunately, every investigation I've launched has hit a dead end, and the new district attorney won't touch anything related to Global Company.
That is not surprising, given they financed his campaign.
Which brings us to why you are all here. As you all know, I'm only a couple months away from losing the farm, and at that point, Global Company could just come in and take it all for nothing. However, the Global Company still has an offer to buy the mineral rights and that 10 acres for $2 million.
Are you going to agree to their offer?
I don't think you have any option but to agree to their offer.
I honestly was about to, until Mark told me what else he discovered and what his plan is.
Well, now you have my interest piqued.
Over the last couple of months, I took a deep dive into the area and old mining surveys and researched what the mining will do to the soil on this farm. Within 5 years, it would make the soil barren and unfarmable. They will also need more than 10 acres, and they won't be able to mine with a farm on top of the mine fully. So what they really want is the entire farm. I guess they don't want us to realize that, and they are willing to wait 5 years for the farm to become unfarmable and get it for nothing.
That should be illegal.
You're right, it should be, but unfortunately it's not, which is why we're going to reject their offer.
Wait, won't that force you into bankruptcy?
Yes, it will, unless I sell the farm.
I am confused. Given what is happening, who would buy the farm?
Well, I plan to sell it to Global at a steep markup, which will let them know we know their plan, which they are trying hard to keep secret from the public. Turning pristine farmland into an iron mine is not exactly good for public relations.
There are several farms for sale in the area. I could sell this farm for a big markup, pay off all my loans, and have enough cash to buy another farm in the area and with zero debt.
That's an excellent plan, and not what I was expecting.
I thought so as well. And when Mark told me at first, I was like, what? But yeah, I mean, I like this plan and I wanted to let you guys know ahead of time before we put it into motion.
I appreciate that, and I'm glad you found a way out of this mess.
Me too, and I really hope it works. Mark has set a meeting with Liam in a few hours to submit this new offer, and we'll see if they take it.
Well, best of luck, and I hope it works. Let us know what happens.
I will, and thank all of you for your support and friendship. It means a lot. Well, here we are. And this is the, main offices they have here at the grain mill. When they purchased it, they kind of took over their offices. So let's park here and, see how this goes. And man, they spent a lot of money to do this, because this grain mill, I don't know how many millions they spent to buy all this, but this is how desperate they are. They bought all of this to pressure me into selling, which tells me how valuable the land is. All right, Mark, let's head in. I really hope this goes well.
There's always a plan B.
Aren't we on plan C now?
Maybe. Let's head in and see what happens.
Hello and welcome to Global Company. I understand you are ready to discuss our offer to buy your mineral rights and purchase those 10 acres from you.
Well, yes and no.
I'm confused. What does that mean?
It means we know that you are after the abandoned mine on those 10 acres, and that you won't be able to mine the land for iron to make your car batteries without it. We have no plan on getting in your way. We want to counter your offer and sell the whole farm for $5 million.
Interesting. That is more than double what the land is worth. But after you suddenly changed your mind about agreeing to our offer, we guessed that you had figured out what we wanted and would come to us with this outlandish offer. So, we have a counter to your offer. We'll give you $4.2 million for the farm, including the mineral rights, but with additional stipulations.
And what are these additional stipulations?
You will see it all outlined in this contract we had written up in preparation for this meeting. The highlights are you will have to sign an NDA and, more importantly, a contract to not farm in the UMRV region for at least 5 years.
You can't be serious. I mean, how am I supposed to make a living if I can't farm?
Not our problem. Did you really expect we wouldn't retaliate on you, trying to fleece us for an extra couple of $1 million? Also, there is one more thing. This offer has a timer on it. In 24 hours, the offer is rescinded, as is our original offer. After that, you won't get one dime for it, and if you think you'll be able to sell it to an unsuspecting buyer, think again. We won't let that happen.
We'll let you know what the decision is. Give us time to discuss.
And go and talk all you want. Just remember the clock is ticking.
Can you believe that? I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm mad, and I don't know what to think.
Let's head back to the farm and discuss. Remember when I said Plan B? I should tell you about Plan B.